All right, everyone. So today I wanted to go over everything that you're going to want to know about my personal gem balance right here. This is easily the #1 most requested topic and question that I've seen across all of my videos, all 250 plus of them. And I just wanted to lay this out there. I'm going to be 100% transparent, show you guys all the info, the screenshots, everything you're going to want to know about this. And in the future, if people ask about this stuff, I can always just direct them back to this video so they can actually see what's going on. So let's get right to it and start off with, first of all, how I actually got the number of gems that I have. And there's actually 3 different methods, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's pretty obvious what one of them is: money. And, there's no secret there. Yes, I've spent a good amount of money on the game, and I'll actually show you guys exactly how much here in a second. But before we get to money, let's go over the other 2 first. So one of them, of course, is going to be in-game gems. And, sure, it's a decent amount of gems. It does add up. But, let's just be honest. It's not going to be anywhere even close to the number of gems that I have. Even considering the fact that I've played the game now for over a year, you're not going to get 50,000 plus gems for free by playing Raid Shadow Legends. But they do add up. You've got your 10 gems each day from your daily quests. You've got your gem mine, of course, which is 1 gem every hour and a half, I believe. It's about 15 per day, which pays off in 100 days. You've also got your clan boss chests as well. These will give you, 5, 10, 15 gems, I believe, every so often. But, it's not anything super insane. Not anywhere close to the number of gems that I've had. But it still contributed at least a little bit. So definitely worth noting. Now, the next thing is the Raid Shadow Legends Plarium Content Creator Program. Now, I want to actually share with you guys the screenshot here of what is included in that program. And there are perks, of course. You'll see here that there are weekly rewards that are handed out, not just to myself, but to all of the YouTubers and content creators who are part of this program. And it is really important to note that this is not a closed program. Anybody who meets these requirements can just go ahead and join. You're not going to get rejected as long as you actually meet these requirements. So if you ever feel like making Raid Shadow Legends YouTube videos or streaming or doing any of that stuff, go for it. It's a lot of fun. And, if the perk of getting some extra gems and goodies is enticing to you, once you do meet the requirements, go ahead and join, and you'll get them as well. So you'll see here that this program has also been going on since January. So I mentioned that because I've been playing the game for over a year now, but the Raid Shadow Legends Content Creator Program has not been going on anywhere even close to since I started. It started about 4 months ago or so. I've been playing for 12 to 13 months, but when it did start back in January, I've been getting 900 gems a week from that since. So that's probably a good, 15,000 or so gems from the Content Creator Program. So it's a decent chunk, but it's not anywhere even close to the number of gems that I've actually purchased myself in this game with my own money. And that's the majority. I would say maybe, 10, 15, 20% at the most of the gems that I've ever gotten in this game. And remember, I've spent a lot of gems too. The 55,000 is just the amount that I have right now. I've had shard pulls and videos where I've spent 10, 15,000 gems in one video before. So just out of the gems that I have right here, you're looking at about 10, 15 to 20% of them coming from the Content Creator Program. I would say probably like 5%, maybe even less than that, are gems that come from in-game sources, and that leaves the bulk majority of the rest of the gems on my account, which of course is going to be from purchases. Just regular packs. I wait for the good ones. I definitely don't buy them all out. And I want to just show you guys here all of my spending history in the game since I actually started. And I've kind of hinted at it a little bit here and there in a few videos. Some months it's a bit higher, some months it's a bit lower. But the detailed information I actually have here for May. And you can see that in May I have spent $162.33. But I actually have a bit of a secret for you guys. And if you guys are looking at the image already, you can probably tell what it is here. But lately, a large number of my purchases have actually not been for Raid Shadow Legends. Don't get me wrong, I'm still spending money on the game, but I've actually been spending a lot more on another game lately called 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and I have been pretty addicted to that. So a good chunk of my spending over the last couple of months has actually not been for Raid Shadow Legends, and it's instead been for 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. And if you guys are wondering, I do actually make videos for that game on my second channel. It's actually been doing pretty well, so if you are interested, there's a link in the description. I'll show you guys some screenshots here in a second, but it's just more salt and posting videos about that game there quite often. So you could see the different packs and everything that I actually purchased here. And here's just another continuation screenshot of all the actual packs that I have purchased. This is everything in May, by the way. So this should add up here to that $163 total. Now notice there's one in there that is not Raid Shadow Legends and 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and that is the monthly reward kind of, in the bottom half, closer to the bottom. That is actually Dragon Champions. Now, I mentioned this because that's my third game. Yes, I play 3 games at once. I know I'm crazy. I spend all day pretty much playing all these different games and making videos for them. And the great thing about Dragon Champions is I am playing the game just as much as Raid and 7 Deadly Sins, but the amount of money that I feel pressured to really spend in that game is really, really low. It's an incredibly free-to-play friendly game, so if you guys are looking for an alternative game that, definitely doesn't have anywhere even close to the amount of spending pressure of a game like Raid Shadow Legends, feel free to check it out. It's been really, really fun. I'm getting close to the level cap of 80. I play it every single day, and if you are interested, I will leave a link in the description, and make sure that if you guys do play, you use the code SALTGIFT as well. I'll show you guys a bit more info about that in a second, but that's also been really fun and not one of my main ways of spending money. So that's everything for May, though. Now I wanted to show you guys the more detailed information about since I actually started Raid back in 2019. I couldn't find the detailed Google Play info. I don't know if it's available for anything beyond just the last month or the current month that's going on. But I actually saved this for my own reasons. You'll see the name here in a second. I know it's a little bit funny, but this is just legitimately the Word document that I have it saved on my computer. And this is the whale log here. This is the amount of money that I actually spend each month for the entire year. And this is 2019 right here. So you could see my grand total for the entire year of 2019 was $1,570. Now, I didn't actually start Raid until April, where I spent $80. And I'll just scroll through here a little bit. The individual numbers are just packs and stuff that I actually bought. So you'll see like the amount that I actually spent each month, and the purchases that I've made. You'll see probably with the $1 packs. I think those were rookie packs. I know for a little while I kind of went crazy buying those because I thought they were really good. Turns out they weren't as good as I thought, but you can kind of just see it here all laid out and the amount that I spent each month. So in 2019, once again, we are looking at $1,570, and this is all Raid Shadow Legends. I did not start playing 7 Deadly Sins or Dragon Champions until 2020. So I want to pull that up because I also do have the detailed info for 2020, and the numbers here are a little bit different. Let me explain here. So this $1,350 right here is that is the total that I've spent in 2020 so far. Now, the second number right here, this is Raid Shadow Legends. So $840 in 2020 on Raid Shadow Legends so far. And this third number right here is 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Yes, I believe that's the correct order. I know for Dragon Champions, I just threw it into Raid Shadow Legends because I only spend $5-10 a month on that game at the absolute most. But you can see here, and one of the changes that I really wanted to notice here, and something that's actually really helped me cut back the amount of money that I have spent a lot. Notice how you'll see in 2020, a lot of the purchases actually are all in the $5 increments. And the reason why is because at a certain point, I actually found ways to save money by buying gift cards and using the Google Play Store to save like 10-20%, sometimes even more. So all these numbers that I'm showing you guys, especially for 2020, they're actually about 10 to 20% lower than what they probably should be. And just so I can show you guys as an example here, I know I talked about this a little bit before, but BlueStacks has a store where they actually permanently sell Google Play gift cards for up to 20% off. I mean, that's crazy. It's really hard to find this stuff anywhere else, especially for Google Play. So, being able to snag those gift cards for 10 to 20% off off is awesome. So, if you guys are a spender in any way, shape, or form, I highly recommend, even if you don't use the BlueStacks store to get your discount cards, do a little bit of shopping out there and try to save some money because this stuff really does add up. But if you are interested in the actual BlueStacks store, I'll leave a link to the BlueStacks in the description as well. But that's helped cut back quite a bit. So let's get into some of the details here. So January and February were just Raid Shadow Legends, and then of course March, this was the month where 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross came out, and you can see that I started whaling there a little bit. $200 in that game just in the first month. Now, there's a lot of the new stuff coming out, like the level up packs and all of that, but this game has definitely kind of been my hidden whaling addiction, even more than Raid Shadow Legends as of lately. So this is the first month where I kind of start separating the Raid and the Grand Cross purchases, and you can see here, it's not exact, these numbers here. Like, a lot of the times I'll buy a $50 gift card, and then I'll spend 42 of it on Raid Shadow Legends, 8 of it on Grand Cross. But it's a rough estimate. I like to keep a reasonably good track of this for my own records. You can see here in April, 420 total, 250 on Raid, 170 on Grand Cross. And here we are in May, 175, and then that's 50 Raid, 125 for Grand Cross. And this number is actually a little bit higher than the one that I showed with the detailed history, because I am buying gift cards, and I actually record the spending when I buy the gift card and not when the gift card runs out, if that makes sense. So I know I still have a little bit of money on a gift card on my actual account, and this is all to get good deals, save some money, especially if you spend a decent amount of money like I do. It's absolutely worth going through the little bit of extra time and effort. So just to kind of break it all down here so you guys can get a sense. So the total spending, we've got, since I started Raid Shadow Legends, I have spent $2,410 in, the bout or year or so, a little more than a year at this point, 13 months. And then we've got 510 that I spent on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Not as much, but keep in mind, the game's only been out for 3 months. So it is definitely starting to catch up to me a little bit, unfortunately. So, of course, Dragon Champions has maybe been $20 or $30. It's been, I'm just putting it in the Raid Shadow Legends because it's such a small amount. I didn't want to create a whole separate category just for that. But we got a total of $2,920 on mobile games, and this is it. I don't play any other games besides these 3. Any other mobile games anyway, and I don't spend money on any gaming related stuff besides these games as well. So 2,920 in 2019 and 2020 so far combined. So, these numbers, everyone is going to look at them differently. For some people, they're going to think, man, that's absolutely crazy. That is an insane amount of money. You are crazy. What is wrong with you? You are a super whale, man. I don't even know what to say. And some people are going to be like, hey, you know what? That's not too bad. That's about what I expected. And then other people are going to be like, wow, that's it? Only $3,000? I thought it was more like $30,000. And that's just kind of how it goes with stuff like this. Everyone's going to have different views about how they feel about this kind of money. But I also want to point out that everything that I do is also for YouTube. And I've been fortunate enough to essentially turn this into a jobby. It's a weird way of saying it, but it's a job and a hobby both at the same time. I play these games, I enjoy them, in addition to also being able to make videos for them. And this is just kind of my thing. It's what I do. I have a lot of fun doing it. So, this is where a good amount of my extra spending goes towards. And, I'm not going to judge any of you guys for what you spend your money on. And I did want to just be transparent with you guys and kind of tell you, the whole story there. So that's everything related to spending and essentially how I got the gems that I have. Now, to answer the question here of why I actually have the number of gems that I do, one reason is, yes, I am a bit of a hoarder, but another thing too is I really like to save up for the double rate events. And especially the really big one is Ancient Shards, because with Ancient Shards, you actually have the option to buy the big shard packs with gems directly in the shop. And I know the last double rates event for Ancient Shards, I went crazy and spent something like 20,000 plus gems just buying these shard packs. And I will absolutely be doing the same thing the next one that rolls around. So I like to do all my shard pulls then. I like to save my ancients, my gems, and this really is the absolute best time to summon. So you don't have to go anything even close to as crazy as me, but if you do want to get good value for your gems and your shards, that's going to be the best time in order to do so. Now, the reason why I still save some gems is I always like to stay prepared in case there is a crazy fusion that I need to do a lot of grinding for, that's going to use a lot of refills, and there's just no reason to spend gems on stuff that I don't really feel like I need to. So, I'm pretty conservative. It's just kind of the way that I am, but I do also like to really be prepared for those super awesome ×2 ancient summoning events. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I don't know what else you guys want to know. If I left something out, feel free to let me know in the comments or let me know in Discord. I really don't have anything to hide, so just feel free to reach out to me, and I will be happy to let you guys know anything that you guys want about this. So with that all being said, though, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did enjoy the video and you want more videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. Really do appreciate all the support, everyone. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos should be popping up on the screen. Feel free to check them out. If not, until next time, take care, everyone. Have a fantastic day. And this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.